I am Jeremy Bradham. This is my Innovative Practice Implementation presentation for EDU 730 under Professor Dr. Carol Schwerjan. I chose project-based learning as the innovative initiative I would implement because it is a widely used research-based instructional practice used in schools to support effective teaching in the classroom. Project-based learning is more than just a project. Project-based learning is the vehicle for teaching the important knowledge and skills that students need to learn. This teaching model allows students to work for an extended period of time to investigate and respond to an authentic, engaging, and complex question, problem, or challenge. The project contains and frames curriculum and instruction. Project-based learning requires critical thinking, problem solving, collaboration, and various forms of communication. To help teachers implement effective project-based learning strategies, the Buck Institute for Education has created a gold standard PBL. In gold standard PBL, projects are focused on students acquiring key knowledge, understanding, and success skills. There are 7 essential project design elements in gold standard PBL. This includes a challenging problem or question, sustained inquiry, authenticity, student voice and choice, reflection, critique, and revision. And they will produce a public product. The gold standard PBL is framed by a meaningful problem to be solved or a question to answer at the appropriate level of challenge. Students engage in a rigorous extended process by posing questions, finding resources, and applying information. The project involves real-world context, tasks and tools, quality standards or impact, or the project speaks to personal concerns, interests, and issues in the students' lives. Implementing project-based learning would meet High Reliability Schools Model Level 2 by ensuring that there is effective teaching in every classroom. To maintain a high reliability school leaders need to ensure that a Level 2 is met by having teachers that can demonstrate their impact on students' learning and ability to improve their instructional prowess. Marzano says the most important factor affecting student learning is the teacher. In addition, the results show wide variation in effectiveness among teachers. Leading Indicator 2.1 states, the school communicates a clear vision as to how teachers should address instruction. To cultivate effective instruction in every classroom, district leaders will need to establish a common language or instructional practice model. As a district leader, I would establish project-based learning as a research-based instructional model to facilitate teacher and student growth. Not only can PBL prompt student engagement with a particular topic, it can strengthen the student's general approach to critical thinking, problem solving, and collaborative work. To meet Leading Indicator 2.2, the school supports teachers to continually enhance their pedagogical skills through reflection and professional growth plans. A district leader needs to communicate a vision for the use of the project-based learning model. They need to build a professional development plan to create the skills needed for teachers to properly implement the instructional model. Creating incentives along the way, cultivating resources needed for teachers and students through the Buck Institute to properly participate in this model, and work through an action plan for the implementation to be successful. For a district leader to be deemed high performing, they need to empower teachers to learn and grow according to the instructional vision established for the school. Leading Indicator 2.3, the school is aware of and monitors predominant instructional practices. This can be met by district leaders conducting walkthrough observations to provide feedback to teachers about observed instructional practices. A system that captures and organizes the collective data from the observations so leaders know the predominant instructional practices across the school. The observational data should have a high level of transparency so school administrators and teachers can view or review them anytime. This is where clear communication of the learning goals designed for project-based learning will positively affect the practice that takes place in the classroom. Leading indicator 2.4, the school provides teachers with a clear, ongoing evaluation system of their pedagogical strengths and weaknesses that are based on multiple sources of data and are consistent with student achievement data. By using the teacher evaluation system to identify effective and highly effective teachers on the basis of student growth, this can be met. It will be vital that time is dedicated to not only the professional development needed to properly implement project based learning, but for the observation and evaluation time needed to ensure that the practice is supporting student growth. Leading indicator 2.5, the school provides teachers with job embedded professional development that is directly related to their instructional growth goals, can be met by a district leader using the Buck Institute for Education, which is a foundation that trains teachers on how to use PBL in all grade levels and subject areas. To develop job embedded professional development, instructional coaches can be used to support the implementation of this instructional model. Finally, leading indicator 2.6, teachers have opportunities to observe and discuss effective teaching, can be met by developing model or lab classrooms designed for teachers to see effective instruction of project-based learning. Small groups of teachers would be able to observe another teacher for a period of time and record what they see and hear. This information would then be shared in a reflection session where they can collect their thoughts and debrief their observation. The discussion should stay focused on practices that were reaffirmed, practices they would like to know more about, and practices they can try immediately. Project-based learning is not a new approach to learning, but it has evolved over the years. There are many resources and models to show how effective PBL can be in the classroom. Project-based learning is a great way to allow students to work for an extended period of time, to investigate and respond to an authentic, engaging, and complex question, problem, or challenge. Effective PBL can frame a content's guaranteed and viable curriculum and help students transfer knowledge and skills across multiple contents, thus meeting all of the leading indicators for Level 2 of the HRS model. Here are the references that were used for this presentation.